saved my soul. Freedom is all that I know. The old made new. Jesus, when I met you, you called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. Now your mercy has saved my soul. Freedom is all that I know. The old made new. Jesus, when I met you, you called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. I needed rescue, my sin was heavy, but chains break at the weight of your glory. I needed shelter, I was an orphan, now you call me citizen there. When I was broken, you were my healing, now your love is the air that I'm breathing. I have a future, my eyes are open, 'cause when you call my name, I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day.
Good morning, Rooted Men, and happy Monday morning. Pastor Tom, Firmly Rooted Church. Great to have all of you on board. Let's say hi to a few people, and then we'll get to our devotion. We got, good. We got quite a few people out there on board. Let's see. I'm out there on X. Ken Gooch on YouTube. Good morning, fellow brothers in arms. Chris Connolly, good morning. Chuck B, Shalom, men of God. Bert Reggiani, good morning. Steve Skopik, good morning, men. Well, and there's more than that out there. Great to have all of you. We're going to be looking at Psalm 116. As most of you know, many of you know, Kimberly and I are wrestling with this cancer diagnosis for her, and thankful to have brothers like you involved in just support and prayers and stuff. But today's going to be a day where I guess I kind of tell you why there's certain passages of the scripture that I memorize that I can say over and over and over again. And one of these, if you're one of the early churchgoers, is a verse or a section of scripture that I've memorized that I will say as I warm up before a service. or a Bible study. Just making sure that the mic's working and everything. Psalm 116. Let me pull it up. I love the Lord, for he heard my voice. He heard my cry for mercy. Because he turned his ear to me. You know what? I want to look at the NASB, which is the one that I memorized it in, because it's easier for me doing it that way. Let's see. Bam. I love the Lord because he hears my voice and my supplication, because he has inclined his ear to me. Therefore, I shall call upon him as long as I live. We have a God, a Father, who's in charge of the whole universe and cares about the most minute things that are going on in our lives. And so when we cry out to him, he listens in such a way that David describes him as inclining his ear, like a parent or a grandparent bends over and turns their head or bends down to make sure they're listening to their child or their grandchild. And because he does this, because every time we cry out, every time we turn to him and he inclines his ear, we ultimately make the decision, therefore I shall call upon him as long as I live. Like, who else are we going to go to? Yes, there's doctors, and we'll go to them, and nurses and friends and family who care. That's all really good stuff. But most of them can't make a change. Only God can make a change. Only God can provide a divine understanding, because he sees everything. See, we don't see everything. So hence the question whys and what fors start to be asked. But when we get overwhelmed by all of that, and we tired of racing that in our heads and in our hearts, we stop and we call upon him, and he inclines his ear to us, and he hears every word, which makes me realize that I got to call on him all the time. Verse 3, he says, the cords of death encompassed me. The terrors of hell came upon me. I found distress and sorrow. Something of great magnitude. And I'm sure for David, a lot of great magnitude things took place. We all go through great magnitude times. It's even in those times that he inclines his ear to us. It's even in those times he fulfills his faithfulness, that he's near to the brokenhearted and he saves those who are crushed in spirit. So I called upon the name of the Lord. O Lord, I beseech you, save my life. Answer my cries. Be near to me. Help me understand. Gracious is the Lord and righteous. Loving and truthful is our God. And he's also compassionate. The Lord preserves, takes care of the simple. I was brought low, and he saved me. Return to your rest, O Lord, or return to your rest, O my soul, for the Lord has dealt bountifully with thee. Guys, take a look at verse 7. You ever have your soul unrestful? Ever have your insides turning inside out? Sure we have. Sure we have. Almost always because we're fearing the unknown. And we can turn to counselors and all sorts of people, but there's only one being in the universe that knows, exactly knows, specifically knows. And as we grow in our faith, we grow to turn to him and to trust him more than the things of the kingdom of this world, because he hears our voice, because whatever it is we're praying about, he's aware of, and he understands maybe the reasons or the outcomes that we can't see. And so we lay all of this before him, and he meets us there. He meets us there in the hurt and the pain and the worry. And he says, cast those upon me. Give those to me. And know that I'm with you, that I can make all things work to the good for those who love me. And so David's able to say to his own soul, return to your rest, O my soul. Return to rest. Shalom, peace. For the Lord has dealt bountifully with you. The Lord has been faithful. Always has been, is, and always will be. Now that's the verses I memorized, but look what else he says. For you have rescued my soul from death, my eyes from tears, my feet from stumbling. I shall walk before the Lord in the land of the living. I believe when I said, I'm gratefully afflicted. I said in my alarm, all men are liars. What shall I render to the Lord for all his benefits towards me? I shall lift up the cup of salvation and call upon the name of the Lord. I will pay my vows to the Lord, and may it be in the presence of all the people. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his godly ones. O Lord, surely I am your servant. I am your servant, the son of your handmaid. You have loosened the bonds. To you I shall offer a sacrifice of thanksgiving and call upon the name of the Lord. Pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. Let me pull back into here. Hey, cousin, Dave Donnelly. Great to have all of you on board. So again, I guess today I'm sharing devotions that are very personal because they're verses that I had to cling to today. Just happens to be that Psalm 116 is one of the most repeated Psalms that roll off of my mouth because I memorized it. And now that Kimberly's fighting cancer and we're trying to figure out what to do and the approaches to take, and we got to be laying this before a good Father who knows. He knows. He knows what we don't know. And so we got to place the things into his hands that are his, and we got to deal with the things that we can deal with. I love the Lord because he hears my voice and my supplication, because he has inclined his ear to me. Therefore, I will call upon him as long as I live. The cords of death encompassed me. The terrors of Sheol came upon me. I found distress and sorrow. Then I called upon the name of the Lord. O Lord, I beseech you, save my life. Gracious is the Lord and righteous. Yes, our God is compassionate. The Lord preserves the simple. I was brought low, and he saved me. Return to your rest, O my soul, for the Lord has dealt bountifully with thee. It was a good word for me today. I hope it was a good word for you today. Blessings on your day. Make it a firmly rooted day, and may someone see Jesus in us today. Peace.